Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sierra, and I thought I would come to you today and show you how I do magnetic wax seals. I like to make embellishments and my own embellishments, and this is just one of them. I really like doing wax seals. Just trying to get my stuff together here. Really like to do wax seals and all that other good stuff. And I'm trying to get my parchment paper. And I'm using a piece of parchment paper because I want to be able to pull up the wax seal after I make it. And I'm going to put this in. I'm going to light the candle. And we're going to put that on there, let that heat up a little bit. And we're going to open this up. I'm trying to stay in frame with everything. Open this up, and I'm going to use the yellow. Yellow is not like one of my favorite colors, so since this is for demonstration, I will use yellow. I'm going to use 4. See how big of a... Yeah, 4. I'm going to use the... I think it's a bumblebee. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what I'm going to use. So 4 should be good. Okay. And then I'm going to use one of these Bits and Bobs antique bronze metal blanks. They're 20 millimeters, so they're under an inch, like that. So I'm gonna set that down, and I believe this is for like if you want to stamp your own letters or whatever. And as you see, I'll show you with the magnet. Here's my magnet. Magnets stick to them pretty good. See? So we got our magnet. We got our little disc. That's going. And I want to make sure I got my bumblebee going in the right direction. This we're going to let melt. So what I'm going to do is, once this melts, I'm going to speed this up. And once it's completely melted, you don't want, just a little pointer if you ever decide to do this, you don't want your wax to come to a bubble. You don't want it to boil, because then your wax can, you'll get all the bubbles in it, and it just doesn't look nice. So you want to pull it off the flame before it starts to actually boil. You just want it to melt. So I'm going to speed this up, and then once it's melted, I'll come back. Okay, that looks good enough. We're going to pour this over the disc. I'm staying at the top of the disc. And now I'm going to put this and hopefully get the whole bumblebee in there and leave it. I'm going to set that back on there. Grab a piece of paper towel. And you want to be careful when cleaning this up because it is hot. And I just take the paper towel, do quick swipes. I don't want to get my fingers in the wax, but I don't want to basically touch that metal. That metal is steaming hot. And I'm going to set that over here. Blow this out. Okay, let's see how we did. Let's move this out of the way so I don't get spilt wax everywhere. And that's what we got. And hold on one second. Sorry about that. My husband was getting the laundry. Yes, he does do laundry. So now we're done with this. I can put this over here. I can put my toothpick aside. And you see that comes right off the parchment paper. And now what we have is we have a metal disc on our wax seal. Okay? And I'll set that to the side. Move this over here. I got me some glue dots. And I pre-made this with my envelope punch board. I'm just going to give you the size that I use. This will work for anything. I'm just showing you what I'm using it for. I'm using it for what would be an A2 size card, regular size card. And this paper was cut 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. And I scored it at 3 3/4 inch. If you don't know how an envelope punch board works, leave it in the comments and I can show you how to use one of these. I can show you how to make envelopes, envelope boxes. There's a bunch of things you can do with these. So let me know in the comments and I will gladly show you that. So what I'm going to do is you have the bumpy side and the dented side. For those who are new to crafting, like I was, and I didn't know, the bumpy side is called a mountain. The dented side is called a valley. Okay? So we're going to turn it over, or not yet, we're going to fold our lines on the bump. Okay? And I'm going to use a Teflon bone folder for those who are also new to crafting. I'm just trying to share what I know about crafting so that you can make informed decisions when you purchase your stuff or however it goes. Anyway, I don't know where it's at. Here's one. You can have plastic bone folders, and plastic on especially dark color cardstock will make your cardstock shiny. Teflon bone folders don't make your dark cardstock shiny. It won't leave any streaks or shine to it. May not seem important, but it can mar and make your paper look unsightly. So I'm going to fold on all 4 of the score lines. Basically going to make an envelope. Okay. So this is how the envelope looks. Okay. So what I want to do is I am going to stick this down on the card, on the envelope. And once the glue dries, we'll come back to the other part. But the reason I put the disc further down is so that I can place my magnet. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to glue this down to the envelope. You don't need a lot of glue, especially this art glitter glue. And where's that parchment paper? And we're not forming the envelope yet because I want to make sure I get the magnet placed right. So there's that. That's why I did that. I knew that was going to happen because I used way too much glue. Okay, and once this glue dries, I'll come back and we'll do the other part of the assembly. That looks good, yeah. And give me 1 minute and I'll be back. Okay, now that this glue is dry, we're going to measure this, but we're not going to measure it from here. We're going to measure it from the point, and then close it down over it. And the metal disc comes down about 1 3/4. So we're going to open this up, come up about 1 3/4, and we're going to set our magnet down. Yeah, let's see, 1 3/4. Yeah, about right there. Get some tape. Okay, now that we got that on there, we're going to seal up our envelope. And I'm going to use some tape. And I'm gonna I didn't go all the way to the top of the tape because I didn't want to seal the envelope shut, because this hangs over. Move this stuff out of the way. And there is our magnetic wax seal. And you can use, and the envelope is tucked inside, so nothing will, let me see if I can find something here. Nothing will catch on the magnet. And it'll stay closed and you can use it. And I like to use these in a lot of the mini albums that I make. And I use pattern paper. So yeah, there you go. So there is the magnetic wax seal. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I have a lot more of this kind of content that I want to share with you. Share this video if you think anybody would be interested in how to do this. I think I really enjoy making these. Yeah, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to share with me, and if you have a better idea of how to do this, let me know. I would really like to hear from you. And you have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.